November 20th, 2024. Welcome to my diary entry. And I go by the name of Valioa, or Val, whichever one you want to say. And I'm a Babanika VTuber. Anyway, I have 4 things I want to talk about today. First being my health check. Second being, I believe we're going to be talking about anime, like what anime I've been watching. Third, Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, and of course the Castlevania Dominus collection and as a whole, and Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, in my opinion, of that fight. Let's start it off. Health check. So far, if you've been around my channel, I've always talked about like my digestion issues and things like that, and I've come to a solution. I've actually figured something out, and it's funny. It's so simple. I thought it was like so difficult because I was experimenting different ways to like, you know, make my digestion better, like, you know, eating healthy, like really healthy, like superfoods, like such as vegetables, fruits, etc., fiber. And I thought that would, like, you know, save me of my constipation issues, things like that. It kind of does, but not really. I think my major, like the major solution was just eating slow. Like seriously, like just, it's that simple. Just eat slower. I eat really fast usually, so it kind of like, it wasn't really something, it's something I overlooked basically. I overlooked it a lot, like for my whole life, because I usually eat really quick. I'm used to eating very, you know, very like just one bite, okay, after I'm done, eat again. But in reality, if you take your time, and I experimented this for a few days, if you eat, you take a bite, and you wait like a minute, maybe 30 seconds to a minute. Let's go with that. I took a minute though, just to test that out. Every minute you take another bite, and it felt so much different. I felt more satisfied with my food. I could save food. I could tell when I was actually full. It takes about 20 minutes, by the way, for your brain to pick up, you know, your stomach's, you know, to see if it's like full or not. So yeah, so if you eat a meal within 20 minutes, that's like basically the perfect meal for you. If you eat it any faster, then, well, you got some, you know, that's a big issue then. You don't know if you're full or, you know, not, basically. And that's what I've solved. It's working so far. I'll let you guys know, of course, how it goes in a couple weeks, because I think it's going to take a few weeks for me to get back to normal. But yes, I'll keep eating slow and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, moving on, we have the second thing we're going to be talking about, which is anime. Woo! Anime! Woo! So I've been watching anime lately. It's been a while since I've picked it up, but I picked it up a couple weeks ago. And I've been in love with quite the amount of anime lately. Holy moly. The first one is Yakuza Fiance. That is such a good anime. As soon as my friend recommended it to me and I checked it out, 10 out of 10 for me so far. It was kind of slow. The latest episode was kind of, you know, nothing really happened, but still the anime itself is amazing. I don't want to go too much into detail, but it's just basically about a Yakuza girl who is supposed to be getting married to some guy from a different family, and the guy is just like super incredibly strong and just very mysterious at the same time, and the girl is also low-key mysterious at the same time. You don't really know about her either. It feels like you know about her, you know, but at the same time it feels like she also has some secrets to hide as well. You know, she seems like she's just some normal girl, but I think she's more than that. And that's all I really want to say about that. I don't want to go too much into it. I don't want to spoil you guys. I want to make this spoiler free. But that is the gist of the story. And yeah, other than that, it's an 18 plus, by the way, of course. So if you're not 18 plus, I highly recommend not watching that. Anyway, another anime I watch, I've been watching isekais lately. Eminence and Shadow. Amazing. Amazing. 10 out of 10. I'm on season 2 right now. I just finished season 1. I finished season 1 in one day. One day. That's how good that anime is. That is a 10 out of 10, 100% I'm not gonna spoil it, but that is a top tier anime. If you don't know it, it's basically about this guy who he's like, he just trains and trains. He wants to be like a shadow, basically. He wants to basically fight evildoers, but also wants to not be a good guy, if that makes sense. Kind of like in between, where like he's beating up guys in the shadows, basically. He's basically like a Robin Hood or something. I guess you could say that. Something like that. You just, not really a Robin Hood, but like just someone who just doesn't want to be seen as like this really like superhero-esque person, but still wants to do good things at the same time. It's kind of weird. But yeah, other than that, the anime, it goes from a normal story to an isekai out of nowhere, I'm not gonna lie, and it's a really good transition to that. So I will say that. I highly recommend watching it. Just watch it. If you have not seen it, please watch it. And then I've also been watching another isekai, something about farmer leveling. I don't know the first, like, it's about this anime. It's like this anime about like a farmer who is like super strong, basically, because like I guess for some reason leveling up your farming makes you super strong. It's such a weird anime so far. I'm on like episode 4 and it's pretty good, man. I'm kind of watching it slowly though, so it's not as good as like Eminence and Shadow, but it still has that like pizzazz that just has me kind of hooked. I will say it's kind of very similar to it in terms, you know how isekais are, where there's like the freaking overpowered main character. It's kind of like that. So I'll give it a recommendation for sure. I wouldn't highly recommend it, but I do recommend it. It's decent. It's a decent anime. And I think that's all I've been watching. I'm trying to remember what else, but I just can't seem to remember. I think that's all I've been. Oh yeah, Ace Attorney. I've been watching Ace Attorney as well. I need to finish that. I'm a diehard Ace Attorney fan, but yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. I didn't really like finish it yet, but anyway. Let me move on. Let me move on to the next topic so I don't forget. Oh yeah, Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. So I've been playing that lately. I actually just beat it. I just beat it today. In today's live stream. I beat that game. I've already beaten it like many years ago. I've also 100%ed it, played it on hard mode as well, 100%ed that. Played on the Albus mode. Same thing. I've already done it all, so I just wanted to beat it, get the true ending and then get off. And that's what I did. And then now I'm on Portrait of Ruin. I played that. If you don't know what Order of Ecclesia is, about this girl named Shinoa. She basically just, she's supposed to be like this Dracula killer, basically, like the future, like, depends on her type shit. And yeah, she's like, she can control dominance. She's like the only one that can do it. And yeah, she just has this, and then like Albus, like her teammate decides to go rogue and she has to go find him and things like that. And you just go through this whole adventure. I'm not going to go too into it, but that's like the gist of it. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, good game. Really good game. If you don't know about the Castlevania Dominus series, I highly recommend getting the collection. It's really good. Love it. Love it, love it. I am a big fan. I still enjoy playing them till this day, and I played them when they first dropped, like on DS many years ago. I think I don't know if it's a decade ago, I don't remember, but it's been a long time. It's been a very long time since I played those games. Like, I'm talking high school, like middle school, high school, like, good lord. But anyway, moving on from that, I think that's all I have to say about that. It's a great game. That's it. Had a good time. That's all I gotta say. And then my last topic, let's make this one quick, because this is, let's be real, Jake Paul versus freaking Mike Tyson. I think it went how it's supposed to go. I don't think it's rigged. I honestly don't think it was a rigged fight. I think Mike Tyson was trying his best. He was just, in my opinion, just too old. His knee also was injured. He also had like blood transfusions or something. He was about to like basically pass away, but he, the transfusions saved his life. And then he still went with the fight, which is amazing. So I gotta say, hats off to Mike Tyson. I'm a big fan. I've played the Mike Tyson Punch Out series. I played, you know, I was all over those games, and I just like him as a fighter. I always watch his like highlights and stuff. But yeah, I think in that fight, I don't think that was a rigged fight. I don't think it was like him playing around. That was a serious fight, in my opinion. And the way he, you know, he looked like he was definitely doing his usual style. You could tell he was doing the peekaboo style, and it was nice, especially at the start. The first round was like the best round. You can tell he was trying, you know, to box him out, like to box his ass basically. And yeah, Jake was obviously scared. He even said it at the end of the fight that he was afraid of Mike Tyson. He didn't want to fight him up close. Obviously, if he fought him up close, that would have been a tough fight. Seriously, like, because the thing that Mike Tyson's his biggest weakness was his legs. His legs were not, you know, they're just, unfortunately, out of old age, weren't enough for a young Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. If it was a close, it was an infight, like infighting, I'm pretty sure Mike Tyson would have won that. Sorry to say, but Mike Tyson's an amazing infighter. He took a lot of punches that Jake had done like it was nothing, which is amazing for someone at 58 years old. That's freaking insane. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. That's all I got to say about that fight. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna just keep on talking about it. Anyway, but yeah, that's it about that fight. Oh yeah, Game Awards. Yo, I gotta watch the Game Awards. I gotta watch the Streamer Awards as well. I'm gonna talk about those too when they happen. We're gonna talk about those. We are talking about those. Normally I would put video footage on the left side of my screen, but I just didn't feel like doing it this time. I will put pictures though. We'll put pictures. And thank you guys for watching if you did watch. And if you're wondering why the title is literally a date, well, I'm lazy and I'm not gonna lie. I think it looks cool when it's just a date. It kind of like, you know, seems important because it's like, oh, this is that specific day. This is what happened, like type shit. Anyway, guys, peace.